So when you went to the shops to do your big shop and to stockpile toilet paper and hand sanitizer, that was your focus. You might have forgotten about something very, very important. You might have forgotten to buy some hot cross buns because it's Easter coming up, and that hot cross buns would probably have been the last thing on your shopping list. So don't fear, because I am here, and today I'm going to show you how you can make your own hot cross buns, and they're very easy to make, so don't panic. Never fear when I am here. Sometimes you have to make do with what you got as containers, and I always keep containers, so this is actually going to be a good container to use. So I don't have the normal dried fruit mix that I would normally put into hot cross buns. So I have chopped up some dried apricots and I've mixed that with some currants all together. That comes to half a cup of my dried fruit, and to that I'm going to add 1 cup of boiling water, and I'm going to let it soak for 10 minutes while I carry on and do the rest of what I've got to do. So I've warmed up 1/4 cup of milk in the microwave, and you just want it to be warm that you can still put your finger in it. And to that I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon of sugar, and then to that I'm going to sprinkle on my I would say about half the packet of the yeast, and then I'm going to mix that together just a little bit. I don't want to mix it too much, and then I am going to just put that on the windowsill where there is unfortunately no sun, because today is a bit gloomy. But I'm going to leave that for 10 minutes and hopefully it's going to froth and increase in size. So I have 4 tablespoons of butter, which I have softened a little bit, and to that I am going to add in 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 cup of hot milk, which will hopefully help the butter to melt a little bit more or soften more. And then I'm going to add in 1/2 cup of sugar to this butter milk mixture. Mix it around. I don't have one of those fancy kitchen tools, so I'm just doing the old-fashioned wooden spoon method. Right, to this weird concoction, don't worry, it will all come together eventually. I'm going to add in 2 well-beaten eggs. These are my last 2 eggs. I'm not going to be able to put an egg glaze on them, but there's my eggs. And I'll mix in as well. Don't worry, these are not eggs turning into scrambled eggs. This is still the batter that hasn't all melted. Right, to this I'm going to add in a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg and 1 teaspoon of mixed spice and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. I like my hot cross buns to be quite spicy. In the meantime, I can see that starting to bubble up and already double in size, which is encouraging and exciting. So it was 1 teaspoon of mixed spice, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Mix that in. Been about 10 minutes now, so I'm going to add this proof yeast mixture into my other mixture that I've been busy with. Would be easier if I had one of those like bread dough thingies, but look at that. That's come out really nicely. Okay, so now I'm just going to fold that in. I don't want to mix too much. Okay, so I'm going to fold that in. Right, my next step now is to add in 3½ cups of flour, but I'm not going to just pour it all in one go. I'm going to put 1 cup in at a time and then fold it in. I've just added in the 2nd cup, which I'm going to fold in. And as I'm folding that in, I'm going to add in the rest of my packet of yeast. I've just added in the 3rd cup. See, the dough is starting to form now. You see how you're creating a soft dough? I'm now going to add in the last ½ cup of flour and mix that in. I've now reached this stage where I am going to knead this in together, and once I've done that, I will be adding in the raisins that have been soaking. All the currants and apricots. I'm going to first pour off the excess water and then I'll add them, but I'm first going to knead this a little bit more. Right, after you've kneaded it, that's what it's going to look like, and to that you're going to add in your raisins and dried apricots, making sure that you are not adding in the liquid that's with it. Okay, there's my hot cross bun mixture. I'm now going to cover it with a tea towel and put it on my windowsill, and I'm going to leave it there for an hour and a half. Hopefully it will continue to rise. Check and see. It's risen a bit. Not a hell of a lot, but it's risen. So I'm going to take this now and I'm going to knead it again and then put it into the buns. I've put a little bit of flour onto my bench top, and I've got my baking pan ready with some baking paper. I've put just a little bit of flour in this cup. I'm going to add probably about 5 teaspoons or so of water to it to make a paste, and that will then be my cross. I'll show you how to do that. That'll be the cross for these buns. I've added a little bit of water, so this I'll roll out to make the crosses. So you're going to just put this on your counter, just punch it a little bit, and now you are going to turn them into buns. So I'm going to roll them up and try and divide them into 12 equal balls. Okay, so I have now put the hot cross bun dough into 12 balls. I'm now going to roll out the crosses, put them on the top, and then I'm going to leave that all to rise for another 30 minutes. And in that time I will put the oven on to 200 degrees Celsius and let it warm up. Some people put the dough in a piping bag to make the crosses. Other people do them afterwards with icing sugar, but I sort of play with them a bit like you do with Play-Doh. And then from this I'll then start making the crosses. So there they are, all looking pretty with their crosses on. If you've got an egg wash, you can put it on in about half an hour's time, because you want to let them rise for another half an hour. I haven't got any more eggs left, so I won't be doing the egg wash. Right, let's see if they've risen a little bit more. A little bit, a little bit. Right, so I'm going to put them in the oven now for 20 minutes. So the oven has been warming up on 200 degrees Celsius. So they're going in the oven now. I'm almost ready to take my hot cross buns out the oven. And what I'm going to do in the meantime, I've put in 3 sort of like dessert spoons of apricot jam. This is a cheat to make a nice glaze on your hot cross buns. I've got this apricot jam and I am going to put it in the microwave just to warm it up a little bit, and then as the hot cross buns come out, I'm going to spoon it over them to make a glaze. So you can see I have basically melted the apricot jam, turned it into liquid, and this is going to be my glaze. Let's get them out the oven. And here they are. They've come out absolutely perfectly. If I touch them, they are nice and soft to the touch. And I'm now going to do my glaze, my apricot jam glaze, which makes them nice and sticky. You want your hot cross buns to be a bit sticky. And there you have absolutely fantastic homemade hot cross buns. Yum diddly dumptious. Nothing like a cup of coffee and a homemade hot cross bun. Just look how nice and soft they are. Can't wait to taste this. Not just my kitchen, but my whole apartment smells absolutely awesome. So, if you can like, comment below, and subscribe to my channel, that would be amazing. Have a good one, and I'll see you on my next adventure.